Yes.
Mentor, choreographer.
Yes, all of the above now.
All of the above.
Just fill in the blank.
Ooh, how was it tonight? I mean, tonight you were in choreographer mode for one section of the evening.
Yes.
Sort of. What did you think of the judges' feedback about Kate and Edson?
I completely disagree. I just have to be completely honest. And, you know, they got backstage and then producers were like, what are you going to say? I was like, I'm going to say I disagree. I thought, you know, they were the last performance of all the things. I thought they were incredible. And like every producer looked at me too, like, what were they saying? I was just like, I don't understand what they're saying. He doesn't know what the piece was about. We explained what the piece was about. The emotions were portrayed exactly the way they were supposed to. The choreography was beautiful with them, and it was made for them, and the dancing was incredible. I thought Kate's performance was amazing. And so you know, we all have our own opinions, and but I'm allowed to have mine.
So you disagreed with them?
Absolutely. You could say it at least.
Now, you've worked with Kate before because she's in your company, Shaping Sound. What was it like working with her in this context?
It's a completely different context. You know, this show is one of a kind. So it was, she didn't really understand how, I told her this, like, the show's intense. If you want to do it, it's intense. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot on your soul. It's not just your body. It's a lot, like, because it's so demanding. We're pulling out so much from you, and then you have to stand in there, and then they have to get those critiques, and I'm just like, you never know what's going to be said. You never know what's going to happen. So, but we had a good time, and you know, I'm really excited. I'm doing the group routine next week, so I get to work with all 10 dancers, and so that's what I'm really excited about. Because you know, I just was like, I was like talking with them about what they could do better in these routines, but now I get to actually, like, you know, get hands-on with them and, you know, really figure out what they're good at. So I'm excited.
Yeah, because you already have an idea, I'm sure, about what they're good at and who's going to be doing what in the routine.
Yep.
You're
That
ready
makes
to
my
go.
job a little easier. So.
And as a mentor, did you have a chance to talk to Kate? Because I did notice she was getting a little bit emotional. It was a lot of critique to take. Did you get a chance to talk to her today?
Yeah, they're confused by the critique, and just as I am, because there was chemistry and they were connected and they were emoting, and so and then he was talking about contemporary and reaching. Why is there reaches? It did not make any sense to me. Very confused, but he's allowed to say what he wants to say. Yeah.
Okay. And as a whole, how do you think Team Stage did tonight?
I thought they were incredible. I really did. I think, you know, where Team Street matches energy, we match in skill. And I thought, you know, we had a lot of variety. We had a ballet number, we had contemporary.
A ballet number that was quoted as like the hardest number ever.
It was the hardest number ever. I told the choreographer, I was like, literally, the first 3 steps and I'd be Shanae stage left. I'm off. I can't do it. I would have fallen out of everything. The fact that we have 2 dancers on the show that can do that choreography is really incredible. And for me, like, I'll take that any day over the raw street energy, because the technique is just like, you pay money to see that. You go to a ballet performance to see technique like that. It was incredible.
Sounds to me like the competition is definitely on.
It is definitely on. No, but you know, next week I told my team too, like, next week they have to dance with Team Street. I'm like, listen, if they're in a style where you are comfortable and they are not, like, help them out, because you making them look good is gonna make you look good, because you don't want that person to pull you down, because then you could be going home because you didn't help out Team Street. So now it's like, now the competition, it's a little, because we get it mixed, but still I want my team to win. But you know, but you have to help them out, and you know, I'm willing to also give some words, because I want my dancer to look good in the routine too, so I'll help Team Street if it needs to be.
Well, we look forward to seeing your routine next week.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Have fun this week.
I will.